DramaAlert Nation and everyone else that's going to see this video, this is not a DramaAlert video. This is not a news video.
Okay.
I'm making a video today responding to a video that was uploaded yesterday by H3H3, where he accused me of various things that can be proved wrong, completely out of context, just plain wrong, but...
Somebody needs to SWAT this guy? Like, how is that? Okay, all right. I don't know, man. I feel like there's only one context there. You know what I mean?
The most damning thing that he accused me of is killing Etika. And that's what I want to talk about.
No, we didn't accuse you of that at all. He didn't accuse... No, he didn't. Like, he accused him of contributing to Etika killing himself. He obviously accused Keemstar of that, but he didn't accuse him of killing him. What the fuck? And so this is what I'm saying here. This is what people do. So he's taking something that's 10% true and then taking it all the way to 100. And by taking it all the way to 100, people believe it because Ethan did not say that, but Ethan implied that. So people who already have a bias or are undecided will consciously create the connection in their mind that Ethan said that, even though Ethan didn't say that. It's actually very smart what he's doing.
Talk to you about today. Everything else he said in that video, I will be responding in a separate video, but I want to focus on this because it's just... You'd have to be the biggest scumbag in the world to try to pin another man's suicide on another person because of an internet beef that me and you are having, which we've been having for quite some time, and I'll explain all of that too. But to get into it, the basis of this whole Keemstar killed Etika is the interview that I did with Etika and some tasteless tweets that I put out. But more than anything, the interview is what gets the most attention in this situation because a segment of what I said to Etika and what transpired. We'll get into that, but before we do, first, I want to share a statement from Etika's own mother who texted me this. Hello, Keemstar. This is Etika's mother responding to you to address the recent threats and accusations that you received in relation to his death. I wish to inform Etika fans, friends, and viewers that Keemstar is not responsible for Etika's passing and should not be held accountable for my son's actions. Etika loved Keemstar's show and wanted to make his appearance both memorable and exciting. My son's goal was to make the segment as dramatic and entertaining as possible, not to use it as a vehicle of hatred towards the show's host and creator. Spread love.
Do we even know what's real anymore? Like,
I
don't even know. Like,
judgment. What's truly needed is a much better platform supporting mental health awareness throughout the world. Please build up your online community with kindness instead of recklessly breaking each other down. In God we trust, you will take these blessings I send out to you. And I
don't know, man. You guys think he faked it? Do you guys actually think he faked it? If you want me to be honest, I don't think that he faked it. I would probably bet $10,000. You know what? If evidence comes out guaranteeing that he didn't fake it, I'll give 300, or sorry, that he faked it, I will give 300 subs. I will give 300 subs if evidence comes out proving that he faked it. That's how certain I am. There's no way that he was going to come out on a video and say this if it's not verifiable. I'll do it. I really will. Really? No decency? Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's actually a good idea. How much is 300 subs? How much is 300 subs? It's $1,500, right? Yeah. Okay, even better yet, instead of paying myself, if evidence comes out that he faked it, I will donate the $1,500 in full to the mental health charity of your choice. That's how certain I am that he probably did not fake this. I will do it. I don't think that happened. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, maybe. But I feel like it would just be so stupid to do that. Like, I don't think Keemstar is stupid. I think he's an asshole. But I don't think that he's stupid. And if he is, Well, then that's going to cost me $1,500.
Must admit, when I got that text message, I just completely fell apart. That is exactly what I needed when I needed it. Grieving with Etika's passing, and then
minus
having
100,
some of these people online blaming me for his
$1,500 if
passing.
it is.
So Etika's mom, thank you so much for sending that to me. She didn't send that to me yesterday or today. She sent that to me a few days after the passing of Etika. Also, I'd like to read some statements that were put out yesterday on Twitter by Etika's past girlfriend. He tweeted in response to H3H3's video, "Really sad to see people blaming Keemstar again. He was in no way responsible for Etika's actions." Let's think about it some more. One of Etika's goals was to be on DramaAlert because he respected that man. They were friendly behind the scenes. Desmond was actually unwell, sick. So in short, I understand that Keem's past makes it really hard for others to change that opinion. So don't go thinking I'm trying to make a divide between those who like and unlike him. This is just my take on the situation.
So she deleted the tweets? Why do you think she deleted the tweets? Yeah, why do you think she deleted the tweets? You think that Keemstar paid her to delete the tweets? Or sorry, not to pay her. Do you think Keemstar paid her to make the tweets? Keemstar paid her money to make the tweets. I feel like there's a lot of dissonance going on here. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that Keemstar paid her. I think that's ridiculous. Maybe she misread it. Maybe she didn't understand what was going on. But I don't think that's what happened. That is ridiculous, guys. She was getting harassed? Yeah.
This is the most difficult conversation to have. That's absolutely right. This is a difficult conversation to have. This is ridiculous, and we shouldn't be engaging in this whole thing. I shouldn't be forced to respond to this. Etika's death shouldn't be used as a pawn to beat me in this feud that we have, H3H3. You really crossed the line. Now, after Etika's past girlfriend, Alice, made these tweets, H3H3 fans started attacking her and harassing her to the point where she had to go private. She DM'd me saying that she had to delete everything because they were spamming some really inappropriate stuff to her. But she said that I could use the screenshots. And I said, no problem, H3H3 fans can be the worst. But keep in mind, during this whole Etika situation that was going down where a man actually lost his life, there were moments where I said some stuff that was completely stupid and wrong. And they're all over. Everyone shared them. But I did not kill this man. Etika's girlfriend also said
you
this.
contributed to it, though.
Please don't think that I'm trying to absolve Keem of the wild shit he said.
You contributed to it.
People accused her, but when she came out with these statements, of being paid off. In H3H3's video,
hey, it's you guys.
Tweets painting a picture that I didn't care about Etika at all. That I simply just wanted to use this as a spectacle to get as many views as possible. Like, that was the whole image that he put forth. He even found some tweet where I acknowledged that he was in a certain mental hospital. He even found a tweet and made this point in his video that I doxed the mental hospital that Etika was at.
Yeah.
But for H3H3 to find this tweet, he would have had to go to my Twitter. He would have had to hit advanced search, right? Put the user Keemstar in and then put in Etika and see all the tweets that I've ever made about Etika. And if you do that, you actually get full context. On October 25th, I said I was really worried about Etika. If you see this, I want you to know that you're an amazing entertainer and thousands are counting on you to be here to entertain them. You have purpose.
That's a good tweet.
This was after he made a Reddit post that made it seem like he was going to commit suicide. And then he was gone. He was gone for a couple days, then came back, started streaming, and it just seemed like something was off. I tweeted out, I actually like Etika. I don't think he's evil like Fuzi, but he's definitely manic as fuck. Quoting, he actually acts like this, because that's what all of his fans were saying. I said, nah, not like this. At this point, I actually thought something was seriously wrong. But if you are a fan of Etika, if you watch Etika, if you watched his streams, Etika...
I think that he's a sociopath and he's manipulating the situation and he's playing both sides. I think that's what it is. I think he's manipulating the situation. Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but if I had to bet on it, I think that's what it is. And he's manipulating the situation to play both sides and, you know, kind of simultaneously, like, criticize and also, like, pretend like he's friends with him.
The entertainer was very, very close to Etika.
I want to sorry, I want to pause again, but like I don't want to say he's a sociopath. I'm not a doctor, right? Of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not really qualified to make that judgment. But what he's doing seems sociopathic to me.
The guy acting not right. They were so close to each other that it was so hard for the fans and even myself to figure out through all these different outbursts that were happening over and over and over again. It wasn't one incident, it was multiple incidents. If he was actually losing his mind or if this was a publicity stunt, because he made it really seem
Why'd you
like
say
it was
where
a
he was at?
publicity stunt. H3H3 didn't include the tweets of me saying stay healthy. Or how after the interview, I seen a clip of him on his stream and he seemed like he was doing much better. And I said, whatever you're doing, stick with it. H3H3 saw these tweets, but none of these tweets were included because it doesn't push the narrative that he wants to push, that I killed Etika.
Because it's not, of course it's not the narrative he wants to push, because it's not the narrative that he's pushing. No, obviously not. Like, GG, yeah, obviously that's like, it's really poor form. I mean, it could be a point where Keemstar thinks that this is, like, okay, and he doesn't actually want the guy to kill himself. He just wants to be able to manipulate and use him for content and, like, see him get upset. That could also be the case, which is also, you know, I would say sociopathic as well, but it is slightly different.
We were going back and forth. Me and Etika's fans were going back and forth. Whether or not to believe that he was in trouble or to believe that this was a publicity stunt. And it got to the point where all of his fans were spamming clown emojis at him, calling him a clown because they did not believe that there was a mental issue.
I remember talking about this whenever it happened.
It was a publicity stunt. And I talked to the man. I talked to the man on the phone, and he would be completely calm. He would
that's one thing I didn't like at all, is like as soon as they, what do you call it? As soon as, before Etika killed himself, everybody was calling him a clown and memeing on this guy like fucking crazy. Like, all of his comment sections were calling him crazy. They were calling him a clown. They were saying he was weird and stupid, etc. And then the moment the guy fucking kills himself, they're like, oh, he was my favorite. It's like, he was your favorite, then why'd you spend the last fucking 6 months talking shit about him and making him feel like he was crazy? Like, it's so fucking fake, dude. And that's not even, like, that's not even Keemstar. That's just people in general. I hated that.
The numbers, the subs. He asked me once about getting verified. And he thought because he did this one publicity stunt where, you know, they broke into the door and took him to the mental hospital, that, you know.
A publicity stunt? Like, come on, man. See, there's... Publicity stunt? Publicity stunts? Oh, man. Keemstar is very good at this. He is. And if you ever want to find out how to misdirect people, watch Keemstar. This is really... Here it is.
Now there were these articles on him, and maybe he could get verified. That's the conversation we had. And keep in mind, from an internet's perspective, he was taken in handcuffs to a hospital, and they let him out hours later. I'm not a doctor. You know, all of us on the internet are thinking at this time that this is a publicity stunt. Well,
you just already said that it was, and then later on you say that people think that it is. It's the same as the Vaulty video, where he says he thought that I stole his video. And then later on, he says that I stole his video. You don't present an opinion as a fact whenever you present the opinion. Like, it's...
I did the interview with
Come
Etika.
on, dude.
When we were speaking
Come
privately,
on, dude.
We were talking about the man's career. We were talking about the fact that there were these articles, the fact that he was trending worldwide. But then once I turned the cameras on and I hit record, he immediately goes into Etika the entertainer. Before Etika committed suicide, he left a video online where he says this.
You know, I wasn't suicidal before. I really wasn't. But one thing I didn't realize was that the walls were closing around me so fast. I really had no intention of killing myself, but I would always push it too far.
Holy shit.
I guess I am mentally ill.
Attica was so confident and so convincing that, like, it made it impossible to know if there was a problem or not, and I kept flip-flopping along with his fan base back and forth. He's got a problem. No, this is just a character. No, he's just acting it up. That's what I was caught in along with his fans.
Wait, oh shit, guys, I actually just got a fucking message. Somebody actually, this is crazy. Somebody from my my community actually had Attica's mom send them a message too. Look what it said. Look at that. Can you believe that? Wow. I looked over at Twitter and I saw that and I had to pull it up on screen. Yeah.
So in Attica's final video, he literally said this about me.
Okay.
Roll it.
Keemstar, I wish you the best, my nigga.
Yeah, Attica was a huge DramaAlert fan. Him coming on this show meant so much to him. And when he came on, he wanted to put on a performance, and that's the way I saw it. But in that interview, and the most damning thing against me is a clip that's taken completely out of context, where I'm talking about simulation theory, and well, I say this. Roll it.
Think about that statement. There are no coincidences in my world.
Because
everything happens for a reason.
Because it's all planned. It's all been pre-designed.
Everything. It's all predestined, Keemstar.
But the
everything you've done up until this point.
But the scariest thing about thinking that the world is a simulation and it's predestined and all that is then there's no reason to live. Why not?
Why do you fear death?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why are they having this conversation on an interview?
If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off
What
the
the
cliff.
fuck?
If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Yes, I said that. I said that to Attica. But why did I say it to him? Because I was trying to explain to him that believing that this world is not real, believing that this world is a simulation, could put you in harm's way, could put you in danger. If you don't think this is real, then why live? You have to believe that this is real. You can't.
I feel like one thing that a lot of people do that I don't think that they should do is they try to basically take the place of a therapist or an actual medical professional with dealing with mentally ill people. And even if Keemstar had good intentions, it's very clear that the way that he said what he said could have been interpreted as a motivation for the person to kill himself. And while I think that it's important to help people that do have mental health conditions and people who are struggling mentally, I think offering them actionable advice on what to do with their mental health conditions isn't always a good idea, because you might not really fully understand the context in which those mental problems manifest themselves. And that's why you have to have them talk to actual professionals. And I think that's irresponsible to do. And it doesn't really matter who it is. It's still irresponsible to do.
Believe that this is a simulation. I wanted to put that warning out there. I was trying to help. I battle with these things to this day. But for H3H3 to accuse me of killing him, which you definitely did. I know you put out tweets.
What about
and I
doxing
most
and
certainly
swatting?
did not blame Keemstar for Attica's death.
Like, we're 10 minutes in, we haven't even talked about that.
For him and others. You definitely did accuse me. You implied it. You more than implied it. In fact, one person responded, I believe you said almost verbatim, it's really interesting that just a few months after Keem talked to Attica about jumping off a cliff, Attica jumped off a bridge to his death. Homie, you more than implied that Keem was responsible for what happened to Attica.
Yes. Yes, he did do that. But I think that there's a difference. I think that Keemstar was partially responsible. I don't think that he was the only person. If Keemstar didn't exist, Attica probably still would have jumped off the bridge. But Keemstar made it probably a little bit easier for him to do it. And that's probably what it was. And I think that Keemstar, he's taking Ethan's argument to its most logical extreme, and then arguing against the logical extreme of the one argument that he can actually disprove easily because of so much other confounding evidence. So he has the text from the mom, he has the messages from the girlfriend, and the video goes through a dozen different things that he didn't talk. He's probably not going to talk about at all.
You more than implied that Keem was responsible for what happened to Etika.
Keemstar's greatest moment comes when he asks Etika in a manic state, why doesn't he just jump off a cliff?
If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Of course, hypothetical, but it is quite a coincidence when you consider that only 51 days later, that very same YouTuber jumped off a bridge to his death.
Ethan, you are a piece of fucking garbage. Garbage. And on top of it, you're a fucking hypocrite. You go on through your videos saying, you know, about all this mental health, and Keemstar had a lot of bad takes, which I did. Trust me, I had a lot of bad takes about mental health, and my opinions have changed throughout the years. But then, as you act on your high horse, you completely forget when FouseyTube was having his mental breakdown, you did a whole podcast roasting him over it.
Is he, I mean, I can't tell if he's just like cracked out.
No.
Or if he's just on a manic rampage.
I think, it seems very manic.
Yeah.
It seems very manic.
Training bra. You got a training bra on for some luscious breasts you've been growing.
When you get on a high horse and you fall off, there's a long way down. Didn't South Park do an episode about this? With the douchebag and the turd sandwich? I think they did, right? I mean, seems like one of those situations. I don't think that they're equal. I think Ethan is not as much of an asshole as Keemstar is. Like, not even to the same degree. Like, I think Ethan shouldn't have done this. It seems like a mistake for him to have done this, but that doesn't equate to what Keemstar did. It's a false comparison, or it's unequal.
I mean, look at.
But he shouldn't have done this either.
I mean, dude, this is straight out of like a horror movie. Like, are you in my basement right now, Fousey? You might be thinking to yourself, he's like over him. Drake's sleeping in his bed. Fousey's like hovering over him. You might think this is a little strange, Drake. But this is God's plan for me to murder you right now. Clearly acting's not working out for you, dog. That was a pretty corny read.
Fucking hypocrite. You've always been a goddamn hypocrite. You used to call me out for making Jake Paul videos when you made Jake Paul videos. The other day, you tried to roast me on Twitter a month ago. You tried to roast me for my hoodie. You said I looked like a 12-year-old. And then the whole internet had to remind you and roast you.
I think I have that hoodie too.
This is how you dress. It was just absolutely hilarious. It's always a big...
It's like two 40-year-old men dressing like 13-year-olds. Are going at it at each other, man. And this is funny to me, man. This is the kind of drama that I like. This is actually funny because nobody's getting hurt, nobody's dying. It's just two dumbasses making fun of each other's hoodies. Like, just please go back to this.
Big swing and a miss, and this entire video is a big swing and a miss. In fact, in the next video, I'm going to address every single other bullshit you've taken out of context. I'm going to address you literally turning the guy who swatted me and swatted my mods on stream into a victim, which one of the best researchers on the whole goddamn YouTube, the platform is Gamer for Mars, who literally DM'd me this. In disbelief that you use that. I'm going to address every single thing. And another thing you did in this video is an absolute...
Why didn't you call the police? Like, if this guy's a serial swatter and he's such a bad person, why is the result of that swatting him? I don't know. That seems like a bad response. Like, vigilante? It's not even vigilante. Like, if he just called the cops and Keemstar had all this evidence of him doing it, I mean, Keemstar obviously has a lot of influence in some way or another. I mean, fuck, somehow, I mean, the guy never goes, he's got 6 million subscribers. It feels like that's like the last thing that you do. It's like, this guy just, man, this guy keeps stealing shit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to his house. I'm going to steal his shit. You're not Robin Hood. You're just a thief.
Absolute first for YouTube. You went after my sponsors. You went after my sponsors. If you think the YouTube community is happy with you right now, you got to be out of your mind. You have ushered in this new era where people that have beefs on each other go after their sponsors. Like, this has never happened before, but it's happening now. It's happening now. And you did that. You started this. And because
it's been going on for a while.
G Fuel recently got from your stupid fucking video, I got in contact with them. I'm no longer with G Fuel anymore. I walked away. They don't deserve to have fucking hate because of our beef. Attica's fans don't need to relive this bullshit. It's always lies, deception, manipulation, clips out of context, spinning a fucking narrative that just isn't true. Towards the end of your video, you act like a victim. Like, oh, the big bad Keemstar has been after me forever and it's had a huge toll on my
I don't know if he walked away or not. But I'd say probably not. Or it was like he made some ridiculous, like, he wanted something ridiculous and then they said no and then he walked away from all of it. It probably is technically true, but not, like, it's not actually true.
Mental health.
It's probably
said,
something
thank
like
God
that.
I have the
It's a
support
half-truth.
group around
Yeah.
me. Well, I have a support group around me, and I can't wait for you to see them because they're really pissed off at that video you uploaded for multiple goddamn reasons. Good luck, Ethan, because you're going to fucking need it.
That's it? Jesus Christ. In the third person when she's texting? Yeah. Orchestrating Etika's mother's text is a really low-life scum move. I feel like it probably is. Yeah. Just take 3 sips of beer. Maybe that'll solve your dislike bar. I don't know. What is it right now? It's positive. He has positive dislike. He has positive like to dislike. Even now, he's positive. Like, even now, people... Yeah. See, I told you it works. It works. Minus 1,500? Yeah, Social Blade? Well, obviously people unsub and they'll just resub later on. Like, I'm not really going to take that too seriously. I don't know, man. Is it smart to publicly threaten someone like that? I don't know. I mean, like, it's already out in the open. You crossed a line. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, if Keemstar wants to make a video explaining why he did the things that he did, then yeah, all right, we'll see what his perspective is. But for me, like, whenever I see all the bad stuff, I don't know. It feels like he probably fucked up. I feel like he probably fucked up. And I'm no longer with G Fuel. Still has G Fuel code in description. They probably just didn't change that, to be fair. I'm gonna need verification that was actually Etika's mom. Yeah, I think I'd want to see that too, man. Let's see. Basically, the whole H3 videos. H3H3 makes solid points. Keemstar, no. Okay, there it is. We still don't believe in depression. I completely fell apart, Cap. Jesus, man. Etika's mom addresses Keemstar in the third person whenever she's texting him. Yeah, I mean... I don't know, dude. Wait, you guys are putting the minus... As I said, if proof comes out that it wasn't his mom and he faked it, I'll donate the $1,500 to whichever mental charity you guys decide. And you guys get to fucking... you guys get to have me waste my fucking money. Or not even waste my money. Shit. It's actually... I mean, I write that shit off my taxes. But, fuck. Somebody's going to be able to use it. At least I'm not paying myself with subs. I wonder if there'll be a boxing showdown between these two. Bro. That's the smartest fucking thing I've ever heard. That's genius, man. That is fucking genius. Just have it be a boxing match. Why the fuck not, man? Yeah, you think get fucked? I don't know. That at least it'd be more interesting.